Girivardhari Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Jai Vishnupat Paramahansa Prabhajikacharya Sutara Sada Sasim His Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupat Paramahansa Prabhajikacharya Sutara Sada Sasim His Divine Grace. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. आनंद कौटी वैष्णविंद की जय ना विचार हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्त बिंद की जय जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धनाथ जी की जय वृंदावन धाम की जय मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय नीलाचल क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथ धाम की जय भक्ति देवी की जय गंगा मैया मनमाई की जय इसमें तुलसी महारानी की जय बियत बिदंगा ट्रांसजेंडर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayat Mudirahit Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya भागवते उत्तमा श्लोके भक्ति भवति नैष्टिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 27, text number 24. The chapter is titled Understanding Material Nature. Bhukta Bhoga Parityakta Drishta Dosha Cha Nityashaha Na Ishwarasya Ashubham Datte Sve Mahimni Sitasya Cha Bhukta Bhoga Parityakta Drishta Dosha Cha Nityasha Ne Ishwarasya Ashubham Datte Sve Mahimni Sitasya Cha. Bhukta Bhoga Parityakta Drishta Dosha Cha Nityasha Ne Ishwarasya Shubham Datte Sve Mahimni Sitasya Cha. Anybody else would like to chant? 3:27:24. Bhukta Bhoga Parityakta Drishta Dosha Cha Nityashaha Ne Ishwarasya Shubham Datte Sve Mahimni Sitasya Cha. Bhukta Bhoga Parityakta Drishta Dosha Cha Nityasha Ne Ishwarasya Shubham Datte Swamahimni Sitasya Cha. Bhukta Bhoga Parityakta Drishta Dosha Cha Nityasha Nyasvarasya Shubham Date Sve Mahimni Sitasya Cha. Anybody else would like to chant? Okay. Bhukta enjoyed. Bhoga enjoyment. Parityakta given up. Drishta discovered. Dosha faultiness. Cha and Nityashaha always. Na not. Ishwarasya of the independent. Ashubham harm. Datte she inflicts. Sve Mahimni in his own glory. Stita Stitasya, situated. Cha, and. Translation purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By discovering the faultiness of his desiring to lord, by discovering the faultiness of his desiring to lord it over material nature, and by therefore giving it up, the living entity becomes independent and stands. Oh, continue. Okay, thank you. And stands in his own glory. By discovering the faultiness of his desiring to lord it over material nature, and by therefore giving it up, the living entity becomes independent and stands in his own glory. Purpose. Because the living entity is not actually the enjoyer of the material resources, his attempt to lord it over material nature is at the ultimate issue frustrated. As a result of frustration, he desires more power than the ordinary living entity, and thus wants to merge into the existence of the supreme enjoyer. In this way, he develops a plan for greater enjoyment. When one is actually situated in devotional service, that is his independent position, less intelligent men cannot understand the position of the eternal servant of the Lord. Because the word servant is used, they become confused. They cannot understand that this servitude is not the servitude of this material world. To be the servant of the Lord is the greatest position. If one can understand this and can thus revive one's original nature of eternal servitorship of the Lord, one stands fully independent. A living entity's independence is lost by material contact. In the spiritual field, he has full independence. And therefore, there is no question of becoming dependent upon the three modes of material nature. This position is attained by a devotee, and therefore he gives up the tendency for material enjoyment after seeing its faultiness. The difference between a devotee and an impersonalist is that an impersonalist tries to become one with the Supreme so that he can enjoy without impediment. Whereas a devotee gives up the entire mentality of enjoying and engages in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. That is his constitutional glorified position. At that time, he is Ishvara, fully independent. The real Ishvara or Ishvara Parama, the supreme Ishvara or supreme independent is Krishna. The living entity is Ishvara only when engaged in the service of the Lord. In other words, transcendental pleasure derived from loving service to the Lord is actually independent. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Sulakaya Chakshurmitanyena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swamrupa Kadha Mayam Dadati Swa Padandikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sijata Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagna Raghunathavitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Sri Vishaka Vitamsa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanto Namasute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhayavacha Patitanam Pavane Bhayo Vaishnavi Bhayo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Gurudas Jayadvata Swami Namne Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachari Nirvishesha Shunnyavadi Pashyata Deshatari Bhukta Bhoga Parityakta Dishta Dosa Cha Nityashaha Ne Ishwarasya Shubham Dhatte Sve Mahimni Sitasya Cha by discovering the faultiness of his desiring to lord it over material nature and by therefore giving it up, the living entity becomes independent and stands in his own glory. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Yeah. So here, Lord Kapila, this chapter is, we see, that's the continuation of his instructions to Mother Devahuti on understanding material nature. The living entity, for time immemorial, is covered by these three modes of material nature. Right? It's covered by these three modes of material nature. Tribhi gunamai bhavai ibim suram idam jagatam mohitam nami janati. Mamebhyam paramavayam. Mohitam. Right? They become attracted and get bewildered by these three modes of material nature, which are created by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? And though the Supreme Personality of Godhead has created that, he does not come under the influence of the three modes of material nature. Right. And it's very, very difficult to overcome these three modes of material nature. Daivi Esha Gunamai. Right. Mama Mayamam Durateya. It's very difficult to overcome. Only when one takes shelter in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then it becomes easier for him to overcome the three modes of material nature. It's like, uh, otherwise it's like a big ocean, but for a devotee taken shelter, it's like water filled in a footprint of the hoof of a calf. Right. You can easily overcome that. So one needs to transcend these three modes of material nature. Otherwise, we will remain under the influence of these three modes of material nature. We will identify ourselves on the bodily concept of life. Right? Identify ourselves on the bodily concept of life and remain allured by the external energy of the Lord. Right? We just passed 9 days of Navaratri, right? And the external energy of the Lord is Mother Durga. It's a thankless task to allure, right? To allure the living entities. So either we can serve the external energy of the Lord, or we can serve the internal energy of the Lord Himself, right? So, but we decide to remain bewildered by these three modes of material nature, right? And be engrossed in, on the bodily platform, what are we engrossed with? Sense gratification, right? Bhukti. The word here used here is bhukti. Bhukta and bhoga. Enjoyed and enjoyment. Right. Yeah. There's this verse by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, right? I forget the words. One who takes shelter of devotional service of the Lord, bhukti and mukti are doorkeepers, right? Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga, right? Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. So bhukti and mukti are doorkeepers of a person who has taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So similarly, we see here the Lord is mentioning when he discovers, when a living entity discovers the faultiness of this entire setup, right? This is a alluring energy of the Lord. Let me not get influenced by it. Let me stop sense gratification. Right? How can one stop sense gratification? When one gets higher taste. How can a child leave dirt in his hand? Otherwise, replaced with the dirt. When he gets something better than that dirt, he will leave that dirt. So similarly, when a living entity gets something better than the sense gratification, then he leaves sense gratification. When he uses his senses, the same senses, if he uses in the service of Rishikesha, the controller of the senses, then automatically he will give up. Right? When we become absorbed in devotional service, our mind is engaged. We don't let our mind go here and there in different directions to be attached to sense objects. Right? Ultimately, it starts with what is that? Dehato Visham Pumsar. Then Sangat Teshu Upajayate, Sangat Sanjayate Kaman Krodha Abhijayate. Right. Initially, a person contemplates on the sense objects, whatever it is. Right. Contemplates on the sense object. Right. If somebody comes on that curtain itself, having this big thal of all the sweets, right? Gulab jamun, jalebi, peda, this, that. Everybody will say, oh, when is the class ending? When is the class ending? No, I won't get. The greed is there that I won't get one of the sweets. So somebody will start signaling from there itself. Oh, whoever is holding the thal, oh, please. Right. Please save separately for me. Oh, that will be gone. Right. So our mind starts contemplating on the sense objects. Okay. By that contemplation of that sense object, we develop attachment to that sense object. That attachment to that sense object leads us to the development of lust. That, oh, how can I enjoy that sense object? How can I enjoy that sense object? And ultimately, lust never gets fulfilled. It develops krodha, anger. First of all, it develops frustration. Here the word frustration is used. It develops frustration. That frustration develops krodha, right? Anger. Oh, I wanted to enjoy the sweets, but I have this diabetes. A1C is increasing, right? Uh, we suddenly start becoming frustrated. Or I told that devotee to keep that sweets and somebody stole the sweets. Become frustrated, right? What kind of devotee is that I saved it separately and he ate it, and so many things starts going through our mind. Ultimately, even if we are able to get that sweet, it won't satisfy us. It will lead us to frustration, and ultimately it will lead us to anger, right? It will lead us to anger. And that anger, krodha bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibrama buddhi nashat pranashyati. That will lead us to fall down in this material realm, which we are for so many births, just going the cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. Yeah, birth, disease, old age, and death. Janma mrityu, birth, death, old age, janma mrityu, jara vyadhi. Yeah. Yeah. A devotee performing devotional service is then able to intelligently discriminate. His mind is then purified. Right? His mind is purified. His intelligence is then able to nicely discriminate. Right? That, oh, this is just the temporary nature of the material nature. Why am I attached to this material nature? Right? And he starts performing devotional service, not worrying about what's going to happen next. Right? People worry about it, especially in the current situation. They worry about it. Oh, what's going to happen to my job? What's going to happen to my visa? What's going to happen to this? What's going to happen that? You just take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Give up all kinds of anxieties. That's why we have this Maha Mantra. Right? Maha Mantra. Mantra means one which relieves mind from all kinds of anxieties. And by the mercy of the Lord has given us the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And more we can become absorbed in that sound vibration of that holy name. At least, we are on the verge of beginning of this very auspicious month of Kartik, which will start from Monday. And various devotees take different vows. So we should all think, in this special month of Kartik, from my end, what best endeavor I can do to increase my devotional service. What best I can give up things which comes as obstacles in the path of my devotional service. Right. So in that way, that endeavor from our end will attract mercy from the Lord and we'll be able to take shelter of the Supreme Lord nicely. We'll be able to find the faultiness in material nature. Most of the times we are so much in illusion that we think that this material nature is by itself so nice. Right. We see green on the other side and say, oh, no, that place is so nice. Green dollars are hanging from there. Right. That place is so nice. Most of us came to America for that reason. Right. Did we get happiness? Frankly speaking, did anybody of you get happiness?
Because insurance and others everyday work and up to retirement there is no retirement.
There is no retirement. That's true. And New Jersey is not a place for retirement. Right. You may have paid off your house. Right. That okay. My house is all paid off from all my Gadda Mujuri. It's all paid off.
Property tax.
But the property tax itself is so high. Right. It's almost equivalent to the rent of an apartment. Right. So, you cannot retire. The only way to retire, the one in New Jersey, is, you know, whatever big mansion you have, rent it off, sell it off with that money, get a simple apartment, stay near the temple and just serve the deities. Then you can retire. Right? Yeah. But we need to, by performance of devotional service, more devotional service we perform, ultimately our intelligence will sharpen to make us understand that there's so much fault in this material nature. And I don't think nowadays it's difficult. But it's what is going on. Even if a less intelligent person reads the newspaper, he will say, oh, what's going on here? What kind of world I am in? You know. And it's just going to, sorry to say, but it's just going to worsen more and more. The effects of this age will worsen more and more. It's not going to become that, oh, okay, after some time, after this, after that, something will become better. Right? No. That's just an illusion that it will become better. Right? That's just an illusion. Okay, are there any questions on this subject matter?
I don't have question, but I have reflection. Like you are mentioning where to find our fault. So, like my personal experience, my Prabhuji every Friday he used to say, "Okay, make nice feast and we'll watch movie." He like because in Mumbai culture and all that, and then for his happiness, I had to sit with him. Then recently he was having so many things, and I was saying, you want to? He said it is like stress reliever. Then I was saying, you are cleaning the thing with dirty cloth, like material thing. You are adding material thing. So try our way now, how we are doing. Then I said, okay, we'll listen Bhagavad Gita. So whole Shravan month, he listened to me, and now he's feeling like, oh, really, it's working. And now
Yeah.
whole Navratri we watch Ramayana. So, like your association also, when he comes in contact with you, and he gets like that, like material things is little less. So higher test. When
Yeah.
we get higher test, and always I think why I'm in America. I used to think when children were little, I was not liking anything here. But by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we got connected to ISKCON and I got this. So I'm feeling happy. Even I'm in America, at least we are connected to very good association and making our children also on that path.
Yeah.
So thank you. We have so much gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, Lord Goswami, and senior, all of Acharya. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the association. Everything,
Thank
like all
you.
we got.
Please continue on
Yeah,
this
bless
wonderful
us,
path.
Prabhuji. Bless us.
Amidst all obstacles, continue on this wonderful path without worrying about the material nature.
Yeah.
Nobody will be able to take anything away from you
Mm.
if you are attached to the Supreme Lord. If you are attached to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, no, forget, no. Whatever may happen in the world will not affect you. Just like a lotus flower does not get affected by the mud in which it grows. Right. So a devotee can detail his life in such a way with full shelter of the Supreme Lord. Right. Yeah, good. Thank you. Anybody else? Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Mataji, Gopali Mataji, you say something. You got initiation. Hare Krishna. We waited a long time to make up until the right time comes.
Yeah.
My sister always told me, when you find the right person.
Mm.
A year ago, when I saw Janananda Maharaj, something he was attracted to me. And I was hoping that one day he will be like my father. And he did.
Yeah.
Very nice. And I'm so happy, not for him alone, but for every one of you, because when I come here, they all treat me like their own. Thank you very much.
Thank you. ब्रह्मांडे भ्रमिते कोनो भाग्यवान जीव गुरु कृष्ण प्रसाद आय bhakti lata bija. After wandering, through so many universes, Brahmande Brahmite, that soul is fortunate, kono bhagyavan jiva, who gets the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Who gets the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So that person from Srimad Bhagavatam, if he thinks the mercy of the spiritual master on a living entity, on the lost soul is so much, if he thinks that, oh, I have to pay the debt, he is considered as a joker. I have to pay the debt because he does not have anything in this material world by which he will be able to pay back that debt to the spiritual master's mercy, which the spiritual master has bestowed. So just grasp that mercy and continue on this path of devotional service nicely. Yeah.
Mataji came like Saturday, I met her, and she came and she said, Mataji, Janadan Maharaj put this guy like Tulsi Mala. Then I said, Mataji, you will have initiation very quick. And when I saw other day, Mataji got initiated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that collar which we have, the Kantimala collar, it's like a dog collar, right? So it's a dog collar.
Yeah.
Immediately, somebody can identify from a distance, just like somebody can identify from the collar of a dog that, oh, this is not a stray dog. From a distance, someone wearing kanti, a person can identify that this is a servant of the Lord. People don't like to be servant, like in this purport we heard. They don't like to be the servant. Oh, servant? I want to be the master, not the servant. But in the spiritual realm, it's different. We want to be dasanu, 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 das. More we add that servant, servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of that person who is serving the Supreme Lord, more mercy will get. More will think, master of master of master of master, to lord it over material nature, we will remain in this material nature from our time immemorial. Right? So that's why this caller is very important. Make us surrendered on that path that, oh, spiritual master has given me this collar, right? I am initially the servant of my spiritual master. And the Vaishnavas, how do I take that servitorship position? Right. Yes, it's 1, 2, or 3. 3 means mind, right? Turn mind, intelligence, and word by my action, by my mind, right? And by my words, I take shelter of the Supreme Lord. I take shelter of my spiritual master. Iha yasha haridasha karmana manasa gira nikhlasu api avastasu jivan mukta srichate. In this material realm also, one who has taken shelter of the Supreme Lord, he may be working in the material realm, but is not affected. Right? Actions. BMW, body, mind, and words. BMW. Yeah, Tesla. So if you have BMW, you'll remember body, mind, and words. So what do you do to remember that the body does not belong to you? It belongs to the Supreme Lord. What do you do? Yeah, but how do? So you begin by applying tilak. Body is a temple of the Lord. So the moment we say that the body is the temple of the Lord, at 12 different places you have to apply tilak. Right? So that we understand that this is not my body, it's the temple of the Lord. So that application of 12 tilak, it does not come after initiation or so. It comes from the beginning when we came into Krishna consciousness. It's the ABCD of Krishna consciousness. Right? And not that, oh, we come to the temple and there is tilak and we apply. No, as soon as we take bath, we should apply. Make that as a routine in our livelihood. That, oh, as soon as I take bath, I should apply. Right? If you go to work, at times at work, the object, you still apply tilak with water. Right? You still apply tilak with water. Right? Yeah. The Yamudutas, just by saying, the Kanti Mala will run away. Oh, no, we have got the wrong person. Oh, he has a collar. Hey, somebody. He is some servant of somebody. Servant of the Lord is Tulsi Maharaj. Right? Yeah. But ourselves also, when we wear Kanti Mala, we should not that, oh, now I have Kanti Mala, Yamdutas have gone away. But I have Kanti Mala, sinful activities should also go away. Right? Not that with Kanti Mala it becomes like, oh, fashion. Kanti Mala. Oh, now let me drink alcohol, let me drink, eat meat. No, automatically, I'm the servant of the Lord, right? I will eat only Krishna Prasadam, whatever is offered to the Lord. Okay, good. Thank you. Anything else?
Prabhuji, I have one question. Like my sister-in-law's daughter, she likes my Kantimala, and she was asking, "Mommy, can I wear this?" Then I said, I had to ask, like because they eat garlic onion meat also sometimes. So then I said, no, if you wear, then you have to follow this.
Yeah.
So they cannot wear, right, Prabhuji?
Yeah, normally, that's the thing that if we are engaged in eating meat and all, we should not wear tulsi mala.
Yeah, that's why I told her, if really you
Yeah,
desire, you stop, like start chanting. I
yeah,
told her first you start chanting, and purification will
yeah,
hit you, and maybe you can wear.
yeah, yeah. Let them chant around. Let them start wearing one round of kanti mala. Then they can wear one round of kanti mala. Right? Yeah. Good. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे।